lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot.
First team foul.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And here are the Suns now. Ayton kicks to Bridges. He takes it in, uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Suns. Edwards looking it over. He's off on that one. Good D by Booker. And so Ayton will bring it up for Phoenix. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Edwards kicks to Prince. Russell against Paul. Kicks it out to Prince. Misses the 3. Booker outside. And there's Bridges on the assist from Booker.
They're so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Booker outside. Back to Johnson. Booker outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Edwards. The rejection by Paul.
Always in position to make a play at either end. Chris Paul teed that one up nicely.
Bridges misses. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Edwards. And there it is for him.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul. Towns against Johnson. And the rejection by Towns.
Rejected by Towns. I mean, he's become a great shot blocker.
Ayton in the high post. And Ayton throws it down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Paul dishes to Booker. Paul passes to Booker. Johnson kicks to Booker. Drills it from outside. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Now here's Edwards. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Good on both. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Booker. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Prince. Timberwolves trail by 7. Towns finds Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And it's Russell in the corner with 1 on the clock, and the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Well, Ayton at 7'1" has a 7'5" wingspan, so those arms helping out.
And so it's Phoenix bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
And please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Towns, wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Booker. The shot, no good. Nice D from Russell. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 10. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And they recover it. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Oh, Ayton in position. And that one is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Now, here is Russell. After Taurean Prince's miss. Shot clock at 6. The tray. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix leading by 8.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made the 9th first-round exit. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
And the dunk by Towns.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
That one, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
With the drive, here's Gobert. Drops in the layup for 2. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. 1:33 left in the first half. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Looking to end his cold spell. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Okogie, the pass to Lee. And contact. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now. The previous play is under review to tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
The ruling on the floor stands.
Speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Edwards, guarded closely. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Well, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Now here's Shamet. He's guarded by Russell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Shamet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Edwards. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Here's Okogie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Charge a screen on Russell. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Shamet's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
Since the second he entered the NBA, Shamet has been great from the three-point line. 42% from three as a rookie.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Suns on top. They lead by 12.
15.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. With these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. We've got Naz Reid. Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. And it's Rivers. And it's Noel in at the two-guard position. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Rivers passes to Reed. Shamet with the steal. Sharch finds Lee. Back to Sharch. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. To the paint. And easy 2 points on the layup. Sharch has got his first 2 points.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's Rivers. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Noel. Takes the three. Timberwolves keep it alive. Reed the pass to Noel. Tries it again. And the layup is good.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Shamet kicks to Lee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Phoenix shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And now Minnesota on the fast break from outside the arc. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Passes to Reed. Out to the right wing. McDaniels finds Anderson. From downtown. Trade pulls it in. Suns leading by 15. Out to the right wing. Back to Shamet. Lets it go with the three. Right wing. Okogie, the pass to Shamet. Lets the three fly. Unable to get that one. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. It's Rivers on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Shamet the pass to Okogie. Pass to Craig. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Craig's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Minnesota calls timeout. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Dishes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 12 in the game.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Booker dishes to Ayton. Misses from close range. Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Edwards. The shot that time, not on target. Bridges with some nice defense. Johnson finds Ayton. Over Gobert, and it's Russell with the rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
55 seconds left in the third quarter. Bridges sets the screen for Johnson. Bridges outside. Back to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Bridges sets the screen for Johnson. Kicks it out to Booker. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Timberwolves trail by 12. Now Russell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Edwards. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Russell against Paul. There's the three. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Towns. Russell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this becomes the D-low zone right now, and he's got the kind of range to step back even further.
The pass to Booker. Johnson with a screen on Edwards. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So it's Minnesota now. 9-point game. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Booker the pass to Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
No question he got bumped on that shot. And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Outside Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And he sinks the second. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. 17 points was their biggest margin. On the wing, Bridges. Booker looking around. Johnson outside. Back to Booker. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Bridges for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Prince dishes to Towns. He gets that one.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Towns against Paul. Johnson kicks to Paul. Bridges outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
And Bridges really likes to get to the interior and earn himself some opportunities from the charity stripe.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Edwards. Knocked loose. He dishes it to Gobert. Johnson right side. Into the lane. Count it. And it's 7 points for Johnson. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
He kicks the ball. 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Booker. On deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Russell. Launches it. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Russell plays with such great change of pace and deceiving the defense right there. Got the D out of position.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. Suns leading by 7. Paul looking around. He feeds it to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Booker with it. Now defended by Gobert. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Booker finds Paul. And that'll be 2. throw's coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Some guys will wow you with their overall size or incredible athleticism. Devin Booker does it with his pure ability to score the ball.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Edwards against Booker. The kick out to Towns. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
Johnson sets the screen for Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Feeds to Ayton. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Russell against Paul. Gobert the pass to Towns. Outside Russell. The kick out to Towns. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by Prince. Johnson with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And stolen by Prince. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Prince against Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Johnson outside. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son, USC.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That
We expect this one to be intense, with two very athletic teams giving their all to capture the win, Clark.
And they both like to play a very fast-paced, energetic game, running hard, trying to score easy buckets, and that will lend itself to the conditioning level perhaps being the difference in who comes out on top.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5. Gobert. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Outside Morant. That shot missing. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Can't get it to fall.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Outside Russell. Edwards a screen on Morant. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Outside Bain. Unloads. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Towns with the ball. He's picked up by Bain. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
And it's Morant missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. The shot from 20 feet out. Jump shot is good.
Oh, man, carving this defense to pieces with the drive. Well done.
Edwards against Bain. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result. Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. So Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Now here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Ja Morant picks one up.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Memphis trailing here. Outside Bain. Outside for Brooks. Outside Morant. On the take. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. It's Edwards on the wing. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting pocket.
Bain against Russell. Brooks outside. It's intercepted. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Outside Morant. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Memphis calls timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
That was the first Avenue Breakers. Make some noise for the
1 second left. And that's not going to go. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll
your Timberwolves team.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Morant, the pass to Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bain's got 7 points.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Pass to Towns. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Morant against Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. You think about it through the years. Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala at Golden State. It really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
And the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves.
All right, everybody. Time to get on your feet and make some noise. Your fans, you know them, you love them. Here they are, your Minnesota.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played.
One more time for your Timberwolves.
Russell against Morant. Pass to Towns to halt the run. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 5.
How many 6'11" guys in this league can do that? Towns is a unicorn. Awesome ability to catch and let it fly.
Back to Morant. Left side Bain. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Basket's good. Russell's got his first 2 points.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And then Morant with the dunk.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Out to the right wing. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. There's the three. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter.
Towns is really good at the three-point line. He's a volume three-point shooter and relishes taking shots from there.
And that one's good. Morant.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Outside Morant. Jackson on the wing. Outside Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And Morant drops them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Edwards against Bain. Oh, my goodness!
Oh.
Powered it home!
Did you see it?
Redunculous!
What a
Bringing
finish.
the house down!
Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk!
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Outside Edwards. Out to the wing. 4 on the clock. Driving inside. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Up top, Bain. Brooks from outside. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Russell to pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Now here's Gobert. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Ja Morant picks one up.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
Timeout called. Memphis.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 26, the Grizzlies 25.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. They've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. Danny Green is out there with Xavier Tillman.
Conchar, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Right side Anderson. Outside McDaniels. It's stolen by Green. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Finished off the break. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
A two-way player. Green exhibiting why he's been a successful player in the league for a long time. Gets it done at both ends and helps you win games.
Here's Noel. 6 on the shot clock. Buries it down low.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Now here's Jones. Not a lot of room. McDaniels against Green. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. McDaniels against Green. It's stolen. Here's Conchar. That shot off. Nice D from Anderson. Here's Noel. Green covering. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. To the left side wing. An open look for Reed. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
The Grizzlies have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Outside Jones. Driving in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Reed in the post, working on Jones. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
6 to shoot. 2 minutes. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Got a hand on it. Here's Noel to the middle. Stolen by Jones. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's McLaughlin. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Jones drives in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And the Grizzlies with some changes. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter. Edwards a screen on Morant. Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. Doesn't go for him. And it's Memphis the other way. Brooks the pass to Morant. Morant with the slam.
Wow, That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Moran against Edwards. Here's Bain. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Bain against Edwards. Clock at 6. Outside Russell. Here's Gobert. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Gobert's got 5 now.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Tie game in Minnesota. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And Morant drops them both. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Bain against Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Russell. And he makes it on the layup.
Boy, you look at Russell repeatedly making plays around the rim. His imagination and creativity allow him to do so.
Moran against Edwards. Brooks with it. And a foul. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this was slowly.
The previous play is
In close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call...
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still heaved.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And with every possession being critical, he was clear with his team. Quote, "This is what we prepared for. Keep your focus, stay in the moment, and execute." He believes that's the path to victory, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Hits the trifecta. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Outside Edwards. Adams grabs the miss.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Right side Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
And Edwards slams it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Outside Morant. Bain, the pass to Brooks. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Outside Bain. And stolen by Edwards.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
To take the lead. Prince can't hit.
Stepping up to secure the board, he just wanted it more.
Outside Morant. From deep. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball.
Just horrible timing for this team. That mistake could spell disaster.
Timeout called the Timberwolves. They're trailing by 2. 1:31 left to play in the 4th. Memphis leading. Morant finds Bain. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Russell, that's good.
Boy, wow, talk about saving something for the end. D'Angelo, getting it done. You the man.
Outside Morant. No good there. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Here's Russell. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Bain with a screen on Edwards. Morant, he's open. Edwards pulls it in.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing. But they don't want to chance that again.
Outside Russell. Towns a screen on Morant. Double team on Russell. 3 on the clock. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Timeout call. Memphis. They're trailing by 1. Only 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is what it comes down to. This shot can win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
And it's over! It came down to 1 play. And the... Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Who say does that?
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. The Grizzlies shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Bridges misses. Morant scanning the floor. The 3 ball. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Down low. And Ayton throws it down.
He just looks so fluid in the open floor. I love how Ayton runs to the right spot in these situations.
Out to Brooks from deep. Memphis keeping it alive with a new 14. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. It's Morant with the drop. And then Morant slams it in.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Booker outside. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it. This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Now here's Paul, and the dunk by Booker.
CP3 is a nightmare in pick-and-roll situation.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now here's Paul. Johnson, a wide open look, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as
well. And they double up Morant. Clock at 6. Inside. The shot. That misses off the backboard.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Johnson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant right side. And no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Johnson kicks to Bridges. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Oh, nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close range shot.
Passes it to Brooks. On the wing, Bane. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so Ayton will bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Booker driving the lane. And the dunk by Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Outside, Bane pulls it up. Memphis the rebound. Adams out to Brooks. Outside, Bane. Ball against Morant to the inside. And Adams with the slam.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
Bridges left side. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Steven Adams picks one up. The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Outside Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Booker. Outside for Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Going inside. The rejection by Paul. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now the pass to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morant finds Bain. And it's Morant missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
On the block shot, Dillon won't beat you with length, but he does have good lift off the floor.
Morant outside. And a wide open look for Bain. Bangs home the trifecta.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. A look at
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Suns leading by 11. Booker outside. Kicks it to Bridges. Right wing. All against Morant. The shot, no good. The Grizzlies shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. There's the lob to Jackson. Out to Morant. Outside, Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Booker the pass to Bridges. Driving in. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Bridges has got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns. Morant against Paul, and he gets the bucket. Morant's got 6 points. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. And you see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
Bain, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Booker kicks to Johnson. Ayton a screen on Jackson. The 3 from Johnson. The rebound by Steven Adams.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Johnson outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Phoenix. Ball against Morant. And Morant throws it down.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Ball passes to Johnson. Lets it go with a three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player, but he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
Paul looking around. Booker at the elbow. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass to Ayton. Adams, some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I'll tell you what, Ja Morant just keeps coming at the defense.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give them. And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
It's Morant with the drive.
The ability to stop and start, change pace. Morant's a handful off the dribble.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
No free throws, good from Morant. Here's Paul.
Hey, yo, right here.
56 seconds left here in the second. And here's Booker from the arc. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Bridges with the steal. Booker against Morant. And the rejection by Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Phoenix leading by 11. Booker right side. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paul. Takes it inside. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
That'll do it for the first half. The Suns lead by 13.
The Grizzlies, 19. The Suns, 32.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Charge is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Washington. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Lee in at the small forward position. Phoenix leading by 13. He feeds it to Crowder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Crowder's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Suns. On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Washington. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
From deep Washington. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Green against Lee. Pass to Tillman. Green inside, working on Lee. No good with the layup. It's tipped, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Yeah, you love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Washington kicks to Crowder. He takes it in, and Crowder slams it in.
Don't sleep on Jay Crowder now. He can do that to you every trip down.
Washington against Jones. They get a hand on it.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw. A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're scoreless since the first half. Passes it to Concho. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Washington against Jones. Washington passes to Crowder. Washington inside. From outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Crowder's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is what Crowder loves to do. He's out there saying, set me up, please.
Here's Jones. A rebound by Washington.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
Here's Shamet. No good on the three. The Grizzlies trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the wing on the left. Shamet with the steal. To the paint. Here's Washington. Another shot. He lays it in. Washington's got his first points of the game.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
He's trying to help his team shut the door. They don't want to allow any comebacks.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. Bain with it. And Morant goes it down.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
Paul dishes to Booker. Bridges outside. Booker outside. No good on the triple. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Morant outside. Payne for 3. It doesn't go for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Booker, and Adams sends it back.
You see the effort defensively. Adams doing a great job of closing the space.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Paul outside. 6 on the shot clock, and Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Morant with the steal.
You can tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
And so it's Phoenix with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in the... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the dunk by Booker.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Morant outside. Payton for 3. Rebound by Johnson. Well, Phoenix shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Bridges misses.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Floats it up there for Morant. And stolen by Booker. With the drive and the dunk by Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker, doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
The 3 from Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Off target from outside. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 19-point game. Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Morant throws it down.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Ball passes to Bridges. Ayton a screen on Brooks. To the middle. Bridges finds Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
The pass to Bain. Back to Morant. And here is Bain. Jacks up a 3. Bridges with the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Clock at 6. And here's Booker from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
They get it back. Out to Brooks. Outside Jackson. Morant outside. Outside, Bain. Traps in the tray.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bain. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
Morant against Paul. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
You know, even when you contest Ayton, he still is capable of making it, especially when he's that close.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Devin Booker.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Memphis with the ball. Morant outside. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the work ethic of Morant, fantastic at keeping his focus on the task at hand.
And here is Paul. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Six to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. And a deep three from Booker. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge.
Here's the shot from earlier as the Suns arrived at the arena. They're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. And it's the Suns to start out. All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Johnson passes to Paul. Bridges with it. Towns covering. From deep, Johnson drills it from deep. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
And Booker with the jam.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Edwards against Booker. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Towns with the ball. To the wing, right side. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Paul with it. Russell covering for three. Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Towns, a screen on Paul. The three from Russell. Here's Towns. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
It just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
Russell against Paul. Pass to Booker. Bridges, left side. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Edwards. And it's all from three-point range. Booker finds Ayton. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Booker. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Edwards. And Booker pulls it down. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Ayton. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Edwards against Booker. For three. Phoenix grabs the miss.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Here's Russell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Knocks down the long J.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Now here's Paul. Johnson inside, covered by Towns. And he got the whistle, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Fans, give a round of applause for your Timberwolves dancers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one misses. He hits the second from the line. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Now here's Paul. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. From deep, Johnson. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Shot is good by Edwards.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Payton with a screen. From deep, Johnson. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Edwards. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Phoenix Suns. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix. And so in the game for the Suns, Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Lets the 3 fly. Edwards can't hit. Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Booker finds Johnson. Back to Booker. That one no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And here's Edwards. Towns for 3. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Booker. Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for 3.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Here's Edwards. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. For 3, Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Booker's got 13.
And Booker just dominates in such an effortless fashion. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Prince. Now Gobert. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And he goes in for the dunk.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Up top, Edwards. Booker defending. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Johnson finds Booker. Now Aiden. Up top, Bridges. The three. And the Suns get another three.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Paul against Russell. Right wing. Now Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Here's Bridges. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Johnson. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
1:09 left in the second period. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. An open look for Booker. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Booker's got 18 points in the game.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
Towns on a screen.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
The line for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
They throw good, Edwards. And both free throws good for Edwards. 41 seconds left in the first half. Paul against Edwards. For 3, Booker. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Prince. Stolen by Bridges. Edwards against Booker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
And he sinks the second. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Outside Edwards. The 3 ball. He can't get it to go. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Phoenix Suns, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForte. Appreciate it, Allie. And we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
We've got Jaden McDaniels, Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The Suns making a switch here. Washington's checked in, and the second free throw is good. Phoenix has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. They set the screen. Pass to Lee. No good off the back of the rim.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Reed in the post. Saric on him. Shot clock at 6. For the lead. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Kyle Anderson.
That one drops. He ties it up.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Pass to Shamet. Here's Washington. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Washington's got his first points in this one.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. A slam dunk by Reed.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Washington outside. Back to Shamet. Pass to Washington. Nice D from Reed.
Does what he has to do to avoid the block, but hard to stay in control when you change your shot.
Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Anderson with it. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Dario Saric. And that one drops. So now they lead by 1. And Anderson drops them both. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lee on the wing. Outside, Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. Reed in the post. Saric covers. Back to Reed. It's stolen by Saric. Washington passes to Crowder. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Anderson against Crowder. Anderson can't get it to go.
Kyle Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Free throw no good for Saric.
Dario Saric at the line for 1.
The Suns trailing.
Minnesota foul. Jordan McLaughlin. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Washington. From deep three-point range. Pure from three-point range. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Noel. And he converts the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
It's Shamet on the wing. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Washington. The shot won't fall. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Kicks it out to Anderson. Let's go with a three. Good work defensively by Crowder.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
And the Suns miss again.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Anderson. And there it is for him. Anderson's got 6.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
They set the pick. Pass to Shaman from behind the arc. It doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. There's the drive. Yep, that one's good. And now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Washington. And that one's long.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Pass to McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Anderson. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Bridges misses. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Johnson passes to Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time.
Such a good facilitator. If your defense makes a mistake, Paul will find the open man.
Booker against Edwards. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. For three, Booker. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. And he lays it up and in. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
With the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
For Minnesota, they've gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Paul against Russell.
2 minutes remaining.
For 3, Booker.
2 minutes.
And the Suns miss again.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
The Suns have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. And the Suns miss again. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Towns. Booker against Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. No good, and they can't put it into the drought. Well, the Timberwolves shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he was pretty good for me.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Timberwolves.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
No good with the triple. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Towns. Edwards against Bridges. Now here's Towns. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Towns, no luck.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
First team.
Now here's Morant on the wing, Bane. Jackson in the corner. Back to Bane. Morant sets a screen for Bane. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
Morant against Russell. Gobert with a screen on Bane. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And here's Morant. Got a piece of it. Bane passes to Morant. Minnesota with the rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here is Russell. Edwards with the screen for Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Here's Morant. Outside, Bane. Offline with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Towns kicks to Prince. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Mr. Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Prince finds Russell. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Edwards with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And stolen by Russell. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Well, the quickness of D'Angelo Russell in transition really puts pressure on the defense.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Brooks outside. In the corner, it's Bane. And it's off from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Towns dishes to Edwards. Back to Towns. Goes back up. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each trade that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Now here is Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Bain. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. Outside, Bain. He feeds it to Morant. Bain with the screen on Edwards. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. Just 4 to shoot. Bain, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And the layup falls.
Okay, D'Angelo. Russell mixing in a little interior work. Not bashful.
Memphis is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Grant. Here's Adams. Right side Bain. Brooks outside. Outside for Jackson. And the 3 off target. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for
Please give a big round of applause for your
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So on the floor for Minnesota, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep. Russell is continuing to develop that deep perimeter shot. He's got to continue to be a factor from there.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Morant surveying the D. And finished off by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Shot clock at 6. Brooks finds Morant. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 7. Russell passes to Prince. Morant with the steal. On the wing, Bain. He's guarded by Russell. Outside for Jackson. Hits the jumper in space.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Towns, the pass to Russell. The kick out to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, we're talking 6'11", 240-plus pounds. If Karl Anthony Towns carves out space in the paint, good night.
Bane sets the screen for Morant. Towns with the steal. Edwards against Morant. Edwards looking it over. Gobert the screen. Edwards passes to Russell. 5 to shoot. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Edwards against Bane. Edwards kicks to Towns. Morant against Russell. Here's Towns. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Bane sets the screen for Morant. Sinks the triple.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Edwards against Bane. Now here is Edwards. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Towns. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Shoots it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Jackson, a screen on Edwards. Morant passes to Jackson. Morant kicks to Jackson. And another basket for Memphis.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Here's Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Ball movement. Doing what we got.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Tyus Jones, and it's Tillman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Here's Anderson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got the first basket of the second half here for the Timberwolves.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Conjar, good. Conjar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Here's Reed, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Green with a screen for Jones. Outside, Green. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, this is the go-to shot for Danny Green. So good in his pre-shot preparation and catch and shoot.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. The kick out to Anderson. That shot off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here they come, man. Your Grizzlies.
Outside, Jones. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. No good on that one. Memphis has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Pass to Concho. Back to Jones. For the lead. Conchar, good. Conchar's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Russell looking around. The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, bigs now have got to be able to stretch the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns, a knockdown three-point shooter.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Brooks finds Morant. Sinks the three-pointer. 16 points for him.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Russell passes to Towns. To the right side. Rocket 6. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
The 3 from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And now that is impressive. It's clear Morant has made the effort to keep expanding his range.
Here's Edwards driving to the basket and finished off by Edwards.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Out to the wing. Towns, the pass to Gobert. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Edwards, a screen on Morant. Shoots from 12. Almost, but it rolls out. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Bain, a 3-ball. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Russell gets it to go.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
The 3 from Morant. The 3 won't fall. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 1.
Please give a big round of applause
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the five for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. Here's Morant. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Towns against Jackson. Towns dishes to Prince. Towns sets the pick for Prince. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
This guy is a fantastic finisher near the hoop. Taurean Prince with an emphatic 2.
Here's Morant. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Payne finds Morant. Right through the cylinder that time, all net. Morant's got 21 in the game.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Edwards against Payne. Outside Edwards. Outside Towns. Off target from three-point range. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. He told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion,
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Morant with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. The kick out to Towns. Back to Russell. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's the break. Morant with the screen on Prince. Payne finds Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Payne against Edwards. To the wing right side. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Back to Towns. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when you're talking about a game down the stretch.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And there's the pass to Payne. Back to Morant. Outside, Payne. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Edwards drives in.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. With the shot. That shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Right side, Russell. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Edwards against Bain. The kick out to Towns. They grab their own miss. It counts.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For 3, Edwards can't get the 3 to fall. Now Morant can't connect. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Oh, say does that star...
These teams feature great front courts, Brent. A little throwback to the old days of the NBA when big men ruled.
Well, the game has become so perimeter-oriented. These guys have a lot of skill, and they're going to be able to operate inside a phone booth, and we'll see if these big guys can find a way to dominate uniquely in the way that they bring their offensive prowess.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard. The shot by Johnson, no good. And here are the Grizzlies. And the dunk by Jackson.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Morant against Paul. Outside Booker. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Morant. Outside Bain. Back to Morant. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Morant's gotten his second bucket.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Outside Johnson. Into the lane. Ayton against Adams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton's a solid foul shooter.
At the line for your Suns, DeAndre Ayton.
He does not get the second one.
Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Now here's Bain. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Booker, the pass to Johnson. There's the triple. Brooks with the rebound. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Now here's Morant. Drops in the 3. Morant's got 7.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Booker for 3. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Morant against Paul. Outside Bain. And there's the lob and the dunk by Jackson.
An opportunistic player. When Jackson sees an alley-oop opportunity, he doesn't pass it up.
Up top, Paul, hounded by Morant. Stolen by Jackson. Morant against Bridges. Outside Morant to the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there. Refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Bridges, a screen on Bain. Booker with it. Checked by Brooks. Here's Bridges. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Here's Morant. There's the drive.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
The Suns trailing. Left side, Johnson. Second chance shot. Pass to Paul. And stolen by Morant. The open shot by Brooks. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. 43 seconds left in the first. Now Booker. Ayton, a screen on Jackson. From deep, Johnson. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Booker, the pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. And the layup is good.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Paul against Morant. The three from Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 4 assists in the game.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's Memphis in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth Dance Team.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Grizzlies have been rolling along, haven't they?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry, and they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Morant against Paul. Morant, the pass to Bain. Throws it up high. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play. All that hustle is paying off.
Morant against Paul, and Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Morant with the bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Paul passes to Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind the star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. From deep, Bain. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. It's Booker on the wing. Pass to Bridges. Outside Johnson. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Knocked loose. We've got 1:23 left in the half. Moran against Paul. Now here's Adams. Right side Bain. 5 on the clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Desmond Bain at the line for 2.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Ball passes to Booker. And stolen by Bain.
Phoenix foul. Devin Booker. Second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies.
Memphis has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. There's 53 seconds left in the second. Pass to Brooks. And stolen by Bridges. For 3, Booker. The shot off that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now here's Moran. He's got 19. And he drives in. And then Moran with the dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Paul passes to Johnson. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And he comes up with a bucket. Morant's got 11 points in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Booker finds Bridges. Here's Ayton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Steven Adams.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line, because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot up.
And he can't get the first one. And no luck that time either. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. Time for a quick. About ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Now you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Danny Green. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Shamet counted from distance. Shamet's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Nice job by the team to set up Shamet on that play.
Jones in the post, defended by Payne. And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Washington's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Suns, Dwayne Washington Jr.
Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. That shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Out left to the wing. Here's Lee. Second half getting started. About a minute played. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Outside Jones. Pass to Green. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Jones in the post. Saric on him. Here's Conchar. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. That one doesn't drop. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Jones in the post. He's guarded by Washington. Crowder with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Here's Lee. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Lee's got 5 points.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Covered by Crowder. Pass to Conchar. Launches a three. It's not going to go for him.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Lee misses. Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Jones. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And the basket by Shamet. 5 points in the game.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Phoenix has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Saric. Washington outside. Back to Saric. And here's Crowder from the arc. And he can't get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
First personal foul.
A line change here for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. 1:19 left in the third. And he lobs it up top. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Crowder outside, beyond the arc. No luck on that one. Memphis has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Moran against Washington. Jackson, the pass to Moran. 6 to shoot. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Pass to Shamet. On the wing, Crowder. 4-3. And the Suns miss again. For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. From deep, Moran. The Suns clear it.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Did you see that, B.A.? Just an emphatic tomahawk slam.
Wow, just pure power right there. Outside Bane, takes the 3. Good, and the setup by Moran. Bane's got 17 points.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so it's Memphis. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. From deep, Johnson gets the 3 to fall.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
Outside Moran. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. Memphis the rebound. Outside for Moran. Launches it. The rebound by Devin Booker. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. And the basket by Bridges.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence grow.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Paul passes to Johnson. Outside Booker. This one for three. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Outside Moran. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. The three. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt. He's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Three-pointer, Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Morant missing.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Booker with it. Checked by Brooks. And again, it's the Suns missing. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. And here's Morant. Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Jack's up a 3. Offensive board. There's a minute 40 left in the game. Pass to Brooks. Over Booker. And it's Brooks missing.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Grizzlies.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ja Morant.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Memphis has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter. The 3 from Bain. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Paul with the bucket.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Pass to Brooks. Now Morant. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. Paul with some nice D. From deep three-point range.
Oh, man. Hits it.
That is... He did! Wow!
How did he do that?
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way they're...